Welcome back, YouTubers, to my channel and an everyday typical life of an ASB. Pretty much as you're fully aware that at this moment of time I'm switching it up and jazzing it up a bit to actually put some more video blogs onto my other channel of the Beauty from Ashes, which, like I said to you, the aims is similar to the everyday encounter of the typical life of an ASB basically, and that hopefully with this that all I'm hoping to mentor and encourage people and give an alignment that, you know, no matter what, that we can do things together, and hopefully that no matter what, that people can actually understand us better, no matter what condition we have or what struggles we have come to face, that we're not alone. Everybody faces a similar struggle in their lives, but it's just up to us how we go about it. And all further ado, though, there has been something that has been on my heart right now about basically a topic called erasing excuses on my life and our lives put together sort of thing. So, and all further ado, I would like to start this blog right now. Questions to ask and think to ourselves and, you know, around us for today is how serious are we in changing our life for the better? Regardless of what's going on in our lives, we know that certain setbacks and challenges come face our way. How is our attitude going to actually process or solve the problem sort of thing, as well as our actions? However, how serious are we to change ourselves for the better of our mentality, how we think about certain things? Some people are in denial of certain things these days. They're pretty much that, you know, they think that they're high and mighty and basically thinking that they're on top of the world and they're always right, and no matter what that, you know, think. And sometimes I feel that sometimes some of these people are so afraid of making mistakes and actually, you know, owing to their mistakes and actually apologise to a particular someone that may be involved in that circle, be it if they said or done something wrong towards that person, pretty much. Anyway, when it comes down to that though, have you ever recently or lately looked in the mirror and think that you are the problem, not that particular someone that you're pointing the finger at, pretty much, no matter what, you know, thinking that we're the problem sort of thing? Have you recently looked in the mirror as well as basically in your heart to make a change in yourself in your everyday situations that comes in your life, no matter what it may be? Have you recently been blaming others, making up excuses along the way of whatever is to come sort of thing, that they need to change and not you? With your high hopes of expectations, however, of what you expect them to be in your form of glory of your expectations, be it, you know, some people may want, you know, a sexy girlfriend, basically with big boobs and bigger buttocks and whatnot, and then another one is vice versa. A girl may be wanting guys with heavily tattooed kind of body and tanned and toned up kind of guy, you know, and whatnot. But then again, you know, as we know, that basically that's not reality these days. Everyone's different. Have you recently already said that despite these high hopes and expectations and more, when you know that you're in a standstill in your life or situation, do you tend to blame that particular someone or somebody, basically, even though that you think you can't fix it or change it due to your attitude and your way of thinking? Of course you can change it. It's up to you, obviously, but then again, you can change it, and sometimes you got to weigh out the pros and the cons in that situation when that happens. Pretty much that's what I'm learning right now, sort of thing. Only you, though, can change this mindset and attitude between yourself and whatnot, if you really want it. If you looked in the mirror, open at your heart and admit that something's not right and there's a problem, admitting that you were the problem that caused the pain, grief towards someone or to someone, pretty much, that has come to your life. When all these people around you in your circle was trying to support you, guide you, etc., but your behaviour and attitude toward them or to them that you showed to them was different, however. You've been so absorbed in your everyday situations that you were facing them right now, and that you're getting ahead and being successful, happy and at peace within yourselves and others around you. Then you're starting to feel left up or behind, and you're thinking, why the hell am I on a standstill? Why is this happening to me? You know, all the whys, you know, instead of maybe thinking of, am I the problem? If I was the problem, what can I do about this problem? Even if it is just about your attitude and way of thinking, we need to change it. And sometimes, you know, the mind is a powerful weapon. It can distract us or build us up to a point of no return, depending on how we go about it. Sometimes also to the point of when that happens, of when we get stuck behind sometimes our feelings and emotions can take control of us, you know, despite the thought patterns as well, you know, welling up inside with the personal instructions, eating at us pretty much to the point that it will make us angry, or another one is just the guilt or some sort of, you know, emotion there that will just tend to just eat us, and if we don't be careful, it will create damaging effects, sort of thing. Also, despite the personal struggles that we face, is eating at us and leaving us with a bigger mess to clean up afterwards, however, sort of thing, as well as the darkness surrounding us that is destroying us and the others around us in any way it can. We need to wake up though and face reality. Wake up, cool, this is real, you know, everything happens for a reason, I believe. Karma can bite us in the ass, and actually, you know, karma can just, you know, teach us life lessons along the way. You know, gotta realise though, and understand that whoever came into our lives has come for a reason and a purpose in our lives, no matter what it may be. They're there to maybe bless us or curse us, encourage us, you know, until we decide in our life and heart that we don't want to live our life the way that we were living in the first place, that we were living in blame, guilt and shame, playing the blame game, you know, blaming it on others, you know, and to the point that it's really eating us up. You know, you're living right now anymore, as you know in your heart and spirit, that you're heading to the road of destruction and mess. Some people today say that they're wanting to change themselves, yet they are making so many excuses and lies and hide behind the covers to themselves of what is to come, regardless. Sometimes, though, regardless of the lies, doubts and insecurities that we feel, sometimes we hold ourselves back and also holding others back, and then sometimes, like the ones that are trying to get ahead, basically obviously to the point of no return, however. There are a lot of reasons behind of all this. It was fear of denial, fear of neglect, negativity and more. Also maybe the way we were brought up pretty much could take effect. If they choose to not act upon what they need to do for themselves, it's only up to them around them basically to make that choice alone when they're ready to accept and do the changes in them, because everybody's on a journey of self-discovery of themselves, of what needs to be changed, and that despite it all, sometimes it can be scary, you know, when we do need accept our full accountability of responsibility of what we said and done, and that, you know, it takes more courage to do that than anything else. The ones that are making excuses in their lives for not changing out themselves, if they will tend to find faults in others, obviously, besides themselves, you know, regardless of their jealousy, insecurities and more, bring people down no matter what it may be. The other ones tend to complain about everything and anything, big or small, be it, you know, certain things that they complain that, oh, they're sick and tired of working at a certain, you know, restaurant, then they want change something, or they're sick and tired of a job that they just go over and over again, they just want to change it, but then again they're stuck in a standstill of what it is, and their reality is obviously they have certain different mindset of thinking of what that job has to offer, sort of thing. For themselves, that they can better their lives, pretty much, obviously. Everyone has a plan and a purpose in their lives, regardless, big and small. It is up to us, again, to fulfill that kind of purpose when we know we're going to be hated on, spat on, etc. when these changes are taking place for us. We need to stop complaining about anything big and small of the challenges in life, though, however, and actually embrace them and bring out the positivity in us, and believing that we are here for a change. We are the change. We can do anything in our power, pretty much. Sometimes we can expect a miracle, but the miracle begins in us, obviously, of what we need to do, sort of thing. We can be, even though sometimes we're maybe waiting for an answered prayer of whatever it may be, sort of thing, sometimes it may not happen overnight with these answered prayers, because everything has to happen within an action, taking that leap of faith of the unknown and uncertainties of what's going to happen, believing and receiving of what's to come. As everything we go through will bring us challenges and obstacles in our lives, yet this will test us and make us grow more maturely in spirit, heart and mind. Success will happen to any of us when we make that first step to make that change, as I said before, in our lives. You know, to make that difference in our lives also. We need to be also honest with ourselves and in ourselves to let go of our egos, pride, and also sometimes we need to remember that with these egos and pride, pretty much, it can get in the way of our success of what we want to achieve in our lives, pretty much, and that we should be able to make a difference in our lives and others around us. Pretty much, we need to be honest with ourselves and in ourselves as, pretty much many people to profile to the point of no return sort of thing. Today people need to feel that they have got what they want, or want to get what they want when they want it, without having to put the effort into working towards that goal set or what they want to get in reality. We need to stop creating a perception that will block our realities, dreams and visions. We can't change our life if we're not honest in ourselves or our lives for any matter that comes to us. We should be true to ourselves and different, and walk the walk and talk the talk. Being someone different to stand out from the rest of the crowd. Sometimes many people are fearful of being different and wanting to think, as I said before, if we're ready to embrace changes around us, we're going to be prepared that many people will hate us on us despite of what is said or done, sort of thing. We need to sacrifice ourselves as well as others around us to our reputations, choices, and workplaces. We're the ones to have the power to do all this and more. We need to realise we're not to let the challenges or situations we face today, pretty much, as well as the people around us, to bully us into something that we're not ready for, pretty much. Don't forever let the shackles of excuses hold us down and back, as you can conquer all of this and more through Christ. With people in our circle who see your acts, etc., are likely to be behind you, etc., we need to know who is really in our circle that we can trust, and all as friends and not enemies. Let nothing or no one stop us or hold us back to the destinations of where we're supposed to be in life, even if this is going to be a long road ahead of us on our own to travel alone. But you've got to realise that there might be some that will celebrate our successes and more along the way. It's time to be around serious about our passions, dreams and goals, however, and change. We need to do this or more pretty much on our own terms, no one else's terms. Pretty much we should be able to say, I'm going to do this on my own terms, no matter what. Pretty much we've got to realise also through these changes around us, it's up to us, and it starts with us and ends with us of these everyday decisions. Well, that ends pretty much erasing excuses in our lives, pretty much of this topic that has been on my mind to share right now. Pretty much like, comments, subscribe to him for more everyday, blogs of what is to come pretty much on my injury. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all soon.